Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Unreal Engine demo testing sort of video. I'm not really too sure on how I'm going to title it, just probably testing 2 or something like that. So yeah, I mean there's a few things that are still here like before, but I do have some stuff that I've added, and I've added this for a certain reason in the future, but it's just basically a giant gate like arch thing that's just sitting here in the sunset over there now. But it's just a giant not a mausoleum, but like an obelisk or gate sort of that I'm going to use sometime in the future, maybe. And I got a few interesting little updates about here. And I've already spoiled one of them, damn it. But yeah, I still got the fire there. I've redecorated the house with white paint, and the window frame is still yet to be fixed. Just thought about that. But yeah, the house is a little bit different on the account that I've actually put stairs here. So, actually, I can go ahead and hit play. Why not? So loud. So yeah. I've went ahead and I think I had the shrubs there, or maybe I didn't last time, but yeah, I got these stairs and they're all well done, well made, and the lighting is built right, so it kind of makes this nice little look on it. And we can go all the way up to the top and there's absolutely nothing. Though it looks all flush, you know, doesn't look like, you know, anything's out of place. And when I was messing around on things, on here I've learned about particle systems, that sort of thing. So I had basically this, which I basically just took a prop, it's just like a metal prop that they had in here defaultly, and I set it up so it looks like a lamppost. And I just have it like just spouting this particle. This particle in particular was a default particle system that was already in the game, or in the engine. This one I actually made, and it looks like crap because it's like a thicker, bigger looking particle, and then the thing is just like spewing them out. Well, what's also kind of cool is that it bounces. So I put this chair here, just an example, and you can see it's just bouncing off of the chair, which is pretty neat. And then I learned that this is actually a CPU based particle, and then you have the GPU based particle, which is significantly more particles in general. I think it's like around 1,000 particles or a couple thousand particles for this one, but yeah, it's pretty cool how it just spews, just like vomits particles everywhere, and they just go flying everywhere. Now, I think I'll save that cave for later. We're going to go in here because this building I set up just for this occasion. And what I did was since I was messing around with particles, I made like a giant invisible block inside the thing and basically just set up a giant particle system, and it's just made into a widespread, massive spread of particles. To just show you, I'm just going to go in here, and there you go. What you are looking at is a lot of light blue or light teal particles emitting a purplish white hue when they like disappear or die off. And there are about 1 million particles generated in this room. So it's cool that, you know, I know that now, that my computer can actually generate 1 million particles in one single room. Too bad you can't really see 99% of it because it's like all right there. But I pretty much dispersed them as much as I can in a single room like this, so it's pretty much wall to wall. And for some reason it's not doing the bouncing lighting effect that the cave has, which I'm not really too sure. I'll have to look into that later. But for now, I mean, the particles are generated, and I don't want to get too far into the room because there's nothing in there, and I don't want to get lost. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I just thought I'd throw that in there at the last minute. I was like, yeah, what happens if I like generate 1,000,000 particles in this one room? Will the game break? It almost did. Only when I had set at almost 2 billion on accident. And the thing just started chugging like massively. So if I wanted to generate 1,000,000,000 particles, I'm going to need a stronger computer. Which is kind of interesting. Because these particles, there's just so many of them, and yet it can still generate some of this stuff. And then I made this neat little cave, and look at this. This is the more simpler, a lot less particles floating around, you know. But as you can see, these little particles bounce off of the walls and rocks, and they generate light. So it looks pretty, you know. Actually, to make like the environment in general a little bit easier to see, there's invisible lights here and I think here. And I'd set the light brightness to like a very small amount, so that way it's not, you know, like a flashlight or anything. It's just like a small increase of natural light, like. But yeah, it's pretty cool how they just float around, and these are like light blue to you know, then they kind of fade into a yellow look. But it's pretty neat, I would have to say, that they do that and they bounce off the walls, and it actually looks like a little cave, with the exception of the flooring. I have yet to learn how to do the volume, I guess, volumizing, volume stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it's a work in progress, like I've always said before. But I think this is a pretty good success here. Because this was something I was wanting to make when I learned, or when I was trying to learn about particles. I'm like, how do they make it so they have a basic dispersal of just floating particles? And I figured out how to do it. And I can actually get out of the game here and actually show you that it's actually one simple little particle system, like right here. This is all of those particles coming from that one, and I just generated like 4 of them. Because there's one right there. Or, sorry, 5 of them. One right there, there, and there. And they all bounce. They all float around and bounce. It's pretty neat. I like these particle things. I may actually mess with them more in the future, because there's ones for other props. If you have like a doll, you can generate one so it just has dolls floating around. It's pretty cool. And there's other particles, and I think I can't find it, or I'm not going to actually look for it right at the moment, but I mean, there are particle examples and a lot of files that I have, not on this particular project, but on other projects that were examples of, that I can possibly import and also see if I can replicate, because pretty much all these particles, with the exception of this one, this particle itself that I made, this was completely made from scratch. I didn't do anything, like I didn't import a asset over and then build off of it. This was completely made from scratch, and I'm pretty proud of that, because it's visually something I wanted to do, and now I did it. And I may actually build off of that in the future, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Still have yet to learn about other things, but I'll get around to them eventually. Just want to kind of give you an update, like-esque video of that, of what I've been doing a little bit off camera-ish. Yeah, it's not a whole lot, I admit, but it's something. You can look at my nice, ugly-ass cave, and the one giant rock for the roof. It's pretty much one of these just stretched out. Kinda weird. But there you go. It was a jerry-rigged cave, but it works. It gives that illusion, The illusion that there's something there. So yeah. That's what I got, and I don't know if I point out, but the changing chair is right there. But, you know, whatever. So that's pretty much what I got for this video, so feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Any support or feedback would be nice. And I'll actually be doing more of these little update videos every now and then, whenever I feel like, because I like showing this stuff off. Just because it's neat. Especially this. And actually, I forgot to point out, but I'm probably going to get rid of the this particle system in here just because I don't want to have this always running at, you know, in this room. Like, seriously, that's just way too much, and I don't want to, like, break my computer. But yeah, this is the particle thing that that I generated, and that's roughly around 1 million. I mean, that's just about as close as I'm going to get to it without going too precise and, like, going through the numbers like, oh, you know, do I have this many? I can make it significantly less by just doing, like, just chop it down to, like, that much. And there you go. Now it's just like, ooh. Ah. I could have actually kept, you know what? Undo. Is it in there still? Fuck. Undo. Oh, stop that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead and, it was at the hundreds, right? That's like significantly less. So there you go. You can go ahead and bring the line in there, so that way you can kind of see it a little bit more. But there you go. They still don't collide. I don't know why they don't, but they have. It has a collision thing. It's just not working. And a particle will bounce off the surface, which it should, but it's not. The flow will be returned. I don't know. I'll look into that some other time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next potential video of whatever I put up. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.